All right, today we're going to be looking at an unboxing of a new planner that I just got. I actually ordered this for my daughter. She is in her 20s. She wanted a planner and she saw this one. I said, hey, great, let me order it and do an unboxing and a review of it before I give it to her. So this is not actually for me, although there's some things I really like about it, so I may have to consider it. This is from Day Designer. It's the Today and To-Do planner. And it comes in a really, the box is very compact, but I'll say they made good use of space. And if you notice, it is like one of those boxes that you can do the reverse of, and it'd be a really cute either gift box. I could even see this weathered the transit well, so I could even see this on a shelf storing paper or stickers. So you could definitely do something cute with this box. So this is the outside box, and then within the outside box is, yep, you guessed it, another box. And I actually love this box. I'm not giving my daughter this box because I love this. It's like a little drawer. I know other planners do this too, but I love this and it's super sturdy. This is a sturdy box. So inside is the planner, of course, but this drawer would be great for paper or stickers or even pens. I could definitely see this on a shelf. So I'm gonna keep that, probably keep the box for myself. Now, we had the box within a box, and then we have bubble wrap, and we have a layer of plastic wrap. So I think there's a pretty good chance that your Day Designer is gonna come to you in good shape because they really have taken a lot of precautions to package this well. So again, this is called the Today and To-Do planner. This is an undated planner. I'm not going to tell you the length of time because that when we get into it, it's a little interesting to think about how long could you use this planner. You'll see once we start going through it, but it's the Today and To-Do. This is a vegan-like leather or vegan leather-like cover. It's pebbled, and this is a gold foil. I don't know if you can actually see the gold foiling. It's a little hard to see it in the light. And then if you notice, all of the pages are also gold foil, which I think is beautiful. It's really compact too. This is not a bulky planner. So if you're looking for something, this is really solid though. This is not flimsy, the cover. It doesn't bend. So it is sturdy. And again, it's a really good size. It's 8 by 10. So nice size, good paper space, page space. All right, so on the inside, again, we've got more of the gold foil, which I love. We've seen them on the box now and on the pages, the front and the inside cover. So that's really pretty. You have your title page. And then this planner does have a few pages at the beginning dedicated to kind of life planning, setting up, goal setting. If you don't love that part of it, it doesn't take up that much in this planner. And it also gives you an idea here of kind of like an overview of what you could do with the different parts of the planner. So the goal setting, I like this part. This is a self-assessment. Where am I in life? So you can kind of look at the different segments of your life and rank them from very important to not at all important. So that might be interesting to fill out. I think that'd be interesting for my daughter as well as for myself. And then you've got an area where you can kind of write down your values, your passions, and your strengths to kind of remind you, are you working in that zone where all of those are kind of meeting together, or how can you get more in balance with that? And then the next two pages really are about goal setting. I like some things they've done with this. It's simple, so it's not pages and pages of goal setting, which I think can be a little overwhelming. But on this page, you've got some different components of your life, and then you're supposed to kind of write down what's a 3-month, a 6-month, a 9-month, and a 1-year goal. Easy to change these titles. If that doesn't work for you, just white it out or put a sticker over it. I don't think that would be a problem at all. The paper is real white, so I think even whiteout would be fine. But you've got some planning space thinking about different areas. And then over here, you can write down some specific goals. What I love about this page is if you've done any of the reading lately around goals and how to meet your goals, and like particularly Atomic Habits by James Clear, I love the fact that they take a goal and they talk about what are you going to do monthly, weekly, and daily, a daily habit to accomplish that goal. We know with goals, Goals are accomplished in small daily habits for the most part. That's hard for me to remember. But I think this is a great way to break it down. It can't just be those big things you're going to do. It's got to be what are you doing every day and every week to meet that goal. And then you have a spot to put what does progress look like. The next 2 pages I love because I'm a big fan of Michael Hyatt and his exercise where you do the ideal day planning. That's what this is, but they've set it up in such a great way. I like it even better than what I've done in the past because this side is an ideal month. And I'd never really stopped and thought like, well, what is kind of the cadence of a whole month and what do I want that to look like? This is great to plan that out. And then for your ideal week or your ideal day, I love that they give you all 7 days of the week because your ideal day may be different depending on the day of the week. Some people have a Saturday, Sunday weekend. Some people have different work schedules. So I think this is flexible enough to accommodate that. And I love the thought that you could have, especially if you're like an entrepreneur or a small business owner, you may have different areas that you focus on different days of the week, and your ideal day may look different. You might have a child who doesn't go to school every day a week. Maybe there's a preschool schedule. So you got to be flexible. There's any number of things you can do with this. And I love it goes from 5 a.m. to 12 a.m. I'm not staying up all those hours. I hope you're not either, but I think it's flexible enough that almost anybody could use this template and plan out your ideal day for each day of the week. So I like that. I think that's great. That's it for the goal setting and kind of the planning part. The next part you have is you do have a 12-month overview, which is interesting because this is an undated planner. So honestly, it's July 2020 right now. I mean, this page isn't that much use to me, so I might cover it up or whatever. You could even tape these 2 pages together. But it's a good overview calendar. That's fine. And depending on when you start, maybe this works for you. Maybe you could also do something meaningful here with the little dot stickers or tracking something. So kind of depends on when you get this and when you start it. Now, after this, we get into the planner. There are 3 components. There's a monthly spread, a weekly spread, and daily pages. But there's not necessarily enough to do an entire year. That's why you have to really think about how you would use this planner before you order it. So first we come to the monthly spread. Every monthly spread is 2 pages, right? You can fit the whole month on here, fill in the month, fill in the dates, but there's 13 of these. I shouldn't say only because 13 is a lot, given that the weekly and the daily pages don't match up to that much time. So you've got 13 monthly spreads. It's a Monday start. Saturday and Sunday are together. They're slightly grayed out with a stripe, but I like my Saturday, Sunday together on a calendar. So this would work well for me. That's personal preference. And there is a sidebar. You could do a lot with this sidebar in terms of tracking things or recording different things. So I think it's very minimalist. The boxes are big. I think you could do a lot with this page, whether you're someone who's very minimal, pen only, or you're somebody who likes to do a lot of decoration. I think you have a lot to work with on these monthly spreads. So again, there's 13 of these monthly spreads. Now, the interesting thing is then we get into the weekly spreads. All right, now there's only 15 weekly spreads. So it kind of makes you wonder, well, if I'm going to have a weekly spread for every week, I'm only going to be using this planner for about 3.5 months. But I've got 13 monthly spreads. So that's where I'm a little bit, I really want to know if you use this planner, how you match that up, because tell me in the notes or the comments or send me a message because I'm curious about that. That being said, I love the 2-page weekly spread. I think it's minimalist. I think it's laid out with minimal things that you'd have to kind of cover up if you didn't like the titles on it. So for instance, you fill in the week that you're working on, and then it says this week's top 3. So you could easily wipe that out, put a sticker over it, and you can use that for something else. And then for each day during the week, not the weekend, but during the week, Monday through Friday, you've got a full horizontal box. You've got plenty of space if you wanted to do certain appointment times, and then you've got space for your to-do list. You could also, you could do a lot with this. You certainly could not use the check boxes. You could do, some sort of journaling here, quotes, whatever, memory keeping. So a lot of possibilities. Saturday and Sunday share a horizontal box. You also have a pretty good sized note section up here. So if you needed to take notes on, a phone call or things you have going on at home that you need to follow up on, you've got space for that. So I like the 2-page weekly spread. I think it's basic enough that it would work for a lot of people. I think you could either really jazz it up or keep it very minimalist, but I like it. So, but again, only 15 of these. Next section, and again, you would use these ribbon bookmarks, I think, to delineate your section. The next section is going to be daily pages. This one has a little bit of a crease in it. Let me get one that's a little bit better. So in the daily pages, you do have some structure here. Now, you might like it. I think if you don't, this is a pretty white paper. You could easily white these out, easily cover it with a sticker, no big deal. It's not overbearing at all. It's very lightly done. But in this daily page, you first of all have hourly lists from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. There is a half-hour line, okay? So if you're doing your 30-minute blocks, you could certainly fill that in. You've got a spot for today's top 3. Easily could white that out, no big deal. You've got a to-do list section, and then you have a notes section. So I think you've got a lot of real estate in here to work with that you could alter this if you needed to, or cover up the titles, depending on what you're doing. This box right here, I don't know that I would use this the way it's written. It does say dinner, and I do like to plan out my dinner meals, but it says do dinner dollars and don't forget. That might work for you. Maybe you're a small business and you're tracking your expenses for the day. Maybe you're a student and you're tracking assignments due. Maybe this is a bills due. So you can use this a lot of different ways. You easily could also repurpose that. And then this bottom bar down here is about 2/3 of it says remember. Could be a note section. You have this note section though as well. And then there's a daily gratitude. Again, both of these could easily be whited over or have a sticker over them, and you could make them work for you. But here's the thing. There's only 90 daily pages. So you have about 3.5 months of weekly spreads, and you have about 3 months of daily pages. So, and you have 13 months of monthly spreads. So somehow you're going to have to work out, when are you using weekly? When are you using daily? I don't know. I need to think about how this might work for me. I guess if it was going to be a 3-month planner, that would be fine. I would just have way too many monthly pages unless I was doing a lot of forward planning. So something to think about. I do like it though. I think it's beautifully done. I think it's simple. And in the back, you also have 10 double-sided note pages, and they're very basic. There are 3 boxes at the top, but this is actually not even a line. You'll see this throughout the planner. It's really just tiny little dotted. But very minimalist. It's like a light gray. The paper is a real white. I'm not going to do a pen test right now because, like I said, this is for my daughter. I really need to ask her if I can start writing in it. But the paper's pretty thin, so I think you're going to have to be intentional about the pen you choose. But overall, I think it has a lot of interesting qualities. I know some people are really starting to want that monthly, weekly, daily in one. So this would meet that. It's also a bound planner, but if you see, the pages are laying pretty flat. I just got this, so it's over time, it would even lay flatter, but I think it lays pretty flat, which I like, and it's very good size. It's not huge to carry around. So I think there's a lot of interesting qualities in this planner. I would love to hear from you if you've used it or you're considering it, how you're thinking about balancing that monthly, weekly, daily, because that's something that I am really curious about, and I've actually ordered a couple of other planners to review that also have monthly, weekly, and daily layouts all in one. So look for more reviews from me coming. If there's a product you are interested in and you would like me to review it before you decide if you're going to purchase it, please send me a message. I would love to do that for you. And look for more reviews and layout ideas coming from me soon. Thank you.